restoring an implant on an upper lateral that we did recently, and this one's going to have a custom abutment and a cement retained crown. So here's the case. We placed the implant a number of months ago, and unfortunately, because of the angulation, the position of the implant, we had to do a custom abutment. You can see it's a little bit more buccally oriented than it ideally would be. So the solution, if you can't make a screw retained crown, is to just use a custom abutment. So this is actually an abutment that my designer designed for me, and I just milled it out in zirconia in my milling machine. There's the final result. There's the x-ray of the final, and we'll get into the footage here. So basically get the patient in, take off the healing cap, put in the custom abutment that actually has a tie base bonded to the abutment cavity, and then we'll screw that down to 35 Newton centimeters. And it also brings the level of the collar up to the gingiva so that you can easily clean up the cement. This one's a trial fit. We actually stained it with some Mio to get a closer match. And we're basically just gonna, once we're happy with the match, we'll pack in some Teflon tape to the screw channel and then cement the crown. How do you remove these things if you need to? You'd have to cut the crown off to access the screw channel, remove the Teflon tape, and then take the screw out. Hopefully that won't have to happen, but that's how it would go if you had to. So once we've packed our Teflon tape, we'll basically just load up the crown and cement it as if it was just a prep. And easy cement cleanup. It's also a tissue level implant, which is nice because there's not as much of a concern as cement extrusion, even if the level of the margin was subgingival. So we'll basically just clean up the excess cement around the crown, and that's going to be a wrap. We'll check the bite, check the contacts. And happy with that. We'll check the bite here, and actually there was a bit of a high spot in this case, so we'll just whack that down with a wheel on the corner of the incisal edge there. So we'll take it just a hair out of occlusion, give it a polish with the ASAP polisher. And then once it feels comfortable, polish it up, and that's a wrap.